And I look and I go around sometimes and I hang out with other people that are my age and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
But little did Jaden know is that he would become a meme that would stain his career, all from stating fact. But it wasn't what he said, it was Big Boy's reaction after. And that reaction alone miscredited the statement Jaden Smith had to say. I'm 20 years old and I can relate to everything he said in those 15 seconds. We do need to talk about the political economic state of the world right now, not asking about the next party or trying to find another substance to get off of. We need to be focusing on what's going on in the world right now, honestly. Well, the world isn't collapsing, it's just changing faster than we can keep up. Inflation is dropping, but food still costs more than some people make in a day. AI is revolutionizing the work while millions are still working 2 jobs to survive. Nations are splitting into rival blocks, climate disasters are ramping up, and trust in governments are at a historic low. 2025, the world's most divided than ever, but billionaires are blasting into space, so who's actually running the world economy right now, and who's paying the price? 2025 feels like an aftershock of a global earthquake, except the tremors haven't stopped. Inflation has technically slowed in the US, Europe, and parts of Asia, but the damage is already done. Real wages haven't kept up, small businesses have folded, and people are angry. Meanwhile, in the global south, the pain is deeper. Countries are drowning in debt, food prices are volatile, and international aid? Mostly just press releases and promises. Political democracies are unstable, protests in France, gridlock in the USA, record numbers of elections this year. The world is just economically unstable and is politically fragile. And yet power is still consolidating in new ways. We once lived in a time where global power looked like presidents, prime ministers, and central banks. But today it's more complicated. First, we have nation states. The US and China are in a soft Cold War, fighting over trade, semiconductors, and AI supremacy. Europe is caught in the middle of all this. But beyond government, corporations have become geopolitical actors. Apple has more cash than many countries, Google controls more data than most intelligent agencies, Exxon and Shell are still shaping climate policies just behind closed doors. But then comes the international institutions, the IMF, the World Banks, and the WTO. These were built for post-World War II order, but in 2025 they're outdated, underfunded, and widely distributed. So who is running the economy? In many ways, no one, and that's the problem. So what happens when the system that's supposed to manage the global economy starts to break down? Climate disasters are wiping out crops and homes. Insurance companies are pulling out entire regions. Meanwhile, the countries that did the least to cause the climate crisis are paying the highest price. Debt is rising across the global south. Nations are forced to borrow just to rebuild from floods or heat waves, often from the same institutions that once imposed the artistry. And the cost of living crisis hasn't gone away either. It's just changed shape. Wages are stagnant, rent is unaffordable, tech companies are laying off thousands, while CEOs' pay climbs even higher. Across the world, workers are striking, protesting, and demanding change. The question is, who is in control, and whether the system itself still works. And in the middle of all this, something else is happening. New alliances are forming. The BRICS bloc. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa have expanded, and they're challenging the dollar's dominance, building new development banks and pushing back against Western hegemony. Digital currencies are rising, so is AI-driven automation. Some countries are turning inward, going fully protectionist. Others are creating parallel systems, trade deals, data regulations, energy agreements outside the Western sphere. Meanwhile, grassroots movements are organizing from climate justice to labor rights to data privacy. Young people and workers are fighting for a more democratic future. This just isn't a movement in crisis, it's a moment in possibility. The global economy isn't ruled by a single nation, corporation, or institution anymore. It's messy, chaotic, and fragmented. But maybe that's the opening. Maybe this instability is a sign that the old ways are breaking, making space for something new. Because the real question isn't just who controls the global economy, it's who should. And in a time like this, maybe that question matters even more. Well guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. Let me know what you want to see next. Peace. And also guys, if you guys want more of these like videos where I'm kind of stepping outside the box of music, but like in a music sense, just let me know, comment down below, and I got y'all, man. Or if you just want me to shut the fuck up and just talk about music, I can do that too. Alright man, peace.